y'all, it's Stream from where the Yokels grown. As you can see, we are standing in the backyard, and I thought I'd jump on here and do a quick little video on how, as long as I don't get attacked by a squirrel, to show you how I am preserving my garlics. Now I have two kinds of garlics. I have soft neck and hard neck. So my soft necks I've braided up, and my hard necks I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those, because some of those are going to be dehydrated into garlic powder. So if you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, I am so glad to see you again. Whew, it is hot, y'all. Let's get this garlic done. Alright, let me show you what I've already done. I didn't have a lot of soft neck. I just braided them up, tied them with the natural twine, and then I'm just going to hang them. You see that? I'm going to hang them in my pantry. But we're going to talk about these soft necks, because, oh Lord, I've dumped them everywhere, because I've got quite a few of them. So the first thing you want to do with all of your garlic and onions, when you go to do your onions, is there's hairs. You want to trim all that hair off. And then the next thing we're going to do, you see this long spindly thing? We're just going to clip it right there. And I always tend to leave, as long as it's not got dirt on it, I tend to leave all of, and I actually think this is an onion that I accidentally grabbed. Let's try that with the garlic. So you want to clean off all the hair. And then this is a hard neck, and that's why it's not braided. And then I just take the stems off like that. If there's any loose skin, I take that off too. But honestly, that's all I'm going to do. And you can take off if there's any dirt that you don't want on there. You can certainly take that off. One of the things I am going to say is this year was the first year that I actually bought garlic seeds, but I bought them from Gurney's, and I won't be buying anything from Gurney's again. If you've seen my video about the urban apple, either on TikTok or when I planted it, I won't be doing this one. Wasn't dry all the way, but that's okay. It'll, well, we'll also drop it too. It'll continue to dry. But these onions, these garlics, I am going to dehydrate into some garlic powder, and then we'll make that also into some garlic salt, because we use a lot of that around here in our cooking. Being Italian, growing up in an Italian family, garlic was definitely something that was always in your food. There was no getting away, and to be honest, I think I would get disowned as a woman of an Italian family if I didn't use garlic. And you can peel these outer skins off if you want to. I just don't choose to do it. So it's that simple, easy peasy. Now these have been drying for about almost 3 weeks since they've been harvested. Like I said, this last year was the first year I ever bought garlic seed, or garlic clove starts. I don't know what you all call them. But typically I would just go to the store and buy a giant, the biggest head of organic garlic that I can find, pick the best bulbs, and then that's what I have planted in the years past, and I can honestly say they have always been much bigger than these. So I don't know if I just got bad seeds or what happened, but let me know down in the comments where you get your garlic, or if you just buy them at the store like I do. I would sure like to hear that, because though I doubled my garlic this year, I would like to triple it next year. So I am really looking into where to get really good bulbs to start my garlic in the fall. And I've got some elephant ears over there in the basket now. Actually, I looked up elephant ears because they are pretty big. They aren't as big as they could have been, but they were in the ground longer than they needed to be, because according to everything I read, elephant ears shouldn't be in the ground longer than 90 days. So they were definitely in there much, much longer, which probably was not good for it, but it's okay. We'll pick the best bulbs, and then we are going to replant them and see what happens. This is typically the size, and this, my friends, is from a store-bought organic garlic bulb, and I have a couple of them, but it was a test that I did, and I know where this one came from because I kept it marked the whole time. But let me show you. You definitely can see the difference between that and that. Okay, I got all those cleaned up. I wanted to show you this elephant garlic. You can clearly see it was in the ground too long, but that's okay. I got some pretty good sized bulbs, and we're gonna take these bulbs and we're gonna replant them around the tomatoes over here in the garden, and 90 days later we're gonna see where we are, because I think they'll actually do good, to be honest. Whew, it is hot out here, you all. Here is the braided garlic. You can kind of see the braid kind of going down the back. This is soft neck garlic. I didn't get a lot of it, so we're gonna hang this up in the pantry, and once it gets a little more dry, we'll use it in our fresh cooking that we do. And then looking at my little pile of hard neck garlic, honestly, there's probably not enough there to dehydrate and make a substantial amount of garlic powder. So I'll probably go down to Sam's or Costco and get one of the big bags of the organic garlic and add that to it, so I can make good enough garlic powder and garlic salt, you know, to preserve for the winter. And I also want to make up some of the garlic infused oil, you know, to use for cooking too. So we're probably going to be doing that, and I'm hoping to do videos on that. Hoping. We're going to cross our fingers that we can do that. But I just want to thank you all for hanging out with me in this tiny little video. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button, because new videos are posted often. My glasses are falling off my face. If you'd be so kind to give us a like and a thumbs up, that would be great too, because it helps our channel to grow. Till I see you in the next video, you all take care of yourself. You keep growing and you keep your heads up. Bye-bye, y'all.